Hey guys, Jen here. Thank you so much for joining me again this week. I hope you had a fantastic holiday. I hope you enjoyed it. And I also hope that you were able to actually sit back and be a little bit curious and observe yourself in your family environment, in that environment with maybe a lot of food that you're not used to being exposed to, or maybe it was being around people that you haven't been around in quite some time. It was chaotic, maybe all those things that they kind of revolve around. Might have been a little stressful, those kinds of things. So I hope you had the opportunity to observe yourself and get curious about those triggers, behaviors, and habits. What triggered you? And what behaviors and habits have you set in place over the years that kind of haven't served you for a better you, for you to kind of move forward and not feel stuck anymore, not feel like you're on this roller coaster ride of always beating yourself up and telling yourself that I've got to go on the next diet and cleanse, I don't feel good about myself. I hope you had an opportunity to kind of sit and observe that and take the time to actually kind of see, oh, I didn't realize that was one of my triggers. That could have been, and feel the feelings. Honestly, it's perfectly okay to feel those feelings. It's perfectly okay if you can go through those feelings and kind of get to the other side. Because if you kind of stuff those feelings, what happens is we stuff the food in our mouth, right? I've done that where I was like, I don't want to feel these feelings, so I'm just gonna go stuff. I'm gonna go have another drink. I'm gonna go have another piece of turkey, stuffing, you name it, something that, I'm not eating because I'm hungry. I'm eating because I'm trying to not feel those feelings or make that comment or all those fun things. So I hope you had an opportunity to do that. And this week I want to help you move forward with those observations. If you can take those observations and start using them to better yourself and start not better yourself, so serve you in the long run. Again, I talk about diet and exercise in the fact that I want you not to be on this roller coaster ride of always feeling like you have to be on a extreme diet. I want you to feel like you are not feeling as if you have to be beating yourself up in the gym. I've got to go kill it in the gym. I gotta. I don't want you to feel that way. I want you to start feeling like I want to. This is something I want to do because this is serving me. This is making me better as a person. It's giving me more joy and happiness. 2 weeks ago, I told you about the several days I spent in training. It was about coaching. And the one thing that really stood out to me was the fact that when we are stuck, and they actually put it as a like you're in a pit and you can't see around you, all you can see is up, and you can't see the glory and everything, the possibilities around you because you're stuck. And what I'd like you to know about my conversations with you here is that I'd like to help you get out of that hole and bring yourself above it and start seeing the world around you in a different light, seeing your possibilities with what you can do with your life and help you kind of get unstuck. On these videos, I can't necessarily do it, personally, because I can't necessarily work with each individual thing that might be getting you stuck, but take this opportunity to start reframing what it is that's kind of hindering you to achieve what you need to. And honestly, you're going to you're going to fall down. You're going to totally make mistakes. I will never tell you that I am on the other side of it. I work with coaches myself. I make sure that I'm on the process as well. So I'd like to bring that journey to you. Conversation that I'd like to talk about is in the last month. And this just goes around what I've been trying to do and what I've tried to see as an opportunity versus a challenge for me. Numbers have always been a challenge for me. I talk about that in my blogs, how stepping on the scale would kind of trigger me and make me feel that body shame, or having those numbers, PRs. Everyone has that PR out, that personal record, right? I lifted this. That was a challenge for me. Numbers have a tendency to kind of trip me up a bit. So if you're focusing on the numbers, if I focus on the numbers, I get tripped up. I feel a lot of anxiety and body shame about it. So this month, Mike and I, our two coaches, Renee and Dave, and then also Jean Buskirk, hopefully you're watching, we started a part of this £1,000,000 challenge. At first, Mike had proposed it to me and saying, let's do this £1,000,000 challenge, and it was just between him and I. Well, I said to him, that's kind of crazy, the whole, the mindset, I can't do it. I was in the hole at that moment. I was in the hole. I couldn't see around me. I couldn't see the possibilities. So he was able to kind of get me out of the hole by saying, let's bring on a couple more people. Let's see if we can get some volunteers to join us. And I said, okay, I think that's a possibility. So he lifted me up and brought me in and see the possibilities. Because honestly, I felt at that moment, lifting £1,000,000 was crazy talk for me on a personal basis. But if I had the help of others, and this is where it's really awesome, having the help of others, connecting with others that are on the same journey with you, the same positive journey with you, they can lift you up and help you reach your goal. You may not have to do the whole goal yourself. So this month, it actually also changed my mindset when it came to exercise. I have to be honest, this last couple weeks, months or so, it's been kind of a little bit of a drudgery. Yeah, it has been drudgery for me. I worked out when I felt like it. My back was a little sore, felt like, I'd take off. I didn't feel motivated as I used to. Sure, I still exercise because I knew that's something that's a part of my value system. I kind of pushed through. So this month was an opportunity for me to not just push through, but find a different goal and joy in it. So I went through each exercise, each day that I would exercise, I would actually look at it as, what can I do? What will I do? What do I want to do? And each time I did my workouts, it was kind of amazing how when I first started, when I was thinking, oh, this is hard, blah, 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 I switched it. I went to that training and something switched in my head, and I realized that I was looking at exercise, which I absolutely love exercise, but for some reason I was spinning it and framing it as negative and this is drudgery, I have to do it. And I realized if I switched my words, I want to do this, I like to do this, I love to do this, I was giving myself that permission to enjoy it again. And giving myself the permission to enjoy my exercise again, I actually was able to, in the past month, lift over 400,000 pounds. Did I achieve the £1,000,000 as a group? We achieved over £2,000,000, which I am so excited about because each one of us embraced it in a different way. Each one of us, I could see everyone embracing it and seeing the joy and actually just going and doing it and not worrying about what the number said, listening to our bodies, picking up some weight, feeling empowered by that weight. And it was the most phenomenal feeling I have ever felt in my life. Now, today's December 1st. So this is the end of the month was yesterday. And yesterday I was like, well, am I going to work out? Am I not going to work out? And I started and I just picked up the weights and I saw how I felt. And I felt like there's no expectation here, Jen. You can do 1, 2, 3, 5 sets, whatever. You can do as many rounds as your body feels and see how your body feels. Listen to your body, what it's telling you. And I listened to what my body said, and my body said, I want more. I want more. It was telling me I want more because I kept saying to myself, you enjoy this. Your body is embracing this. And my mind just kept going more into the positive. Yes, you can do this. And I got some sense of what maybe those professional athletes might feel on a daily basis, what they need to do to visualize, to work through those bumps in the road. And it gave me like just a little piece of it. That's how they do it. How do they do that? How do they go out on the football field and they're like their legs wrapped and their cortisone shot in their shoulder? How do they do that? It actually gave me some piece or some semblance of what they do. And what I'd like to say to you is can you visualize something different? Can you see yourself doing something different? Can you see yourself this holiday season not being miserable, and start seeing the holiday season as joyful and not expecting any outcome, but going through and enjoying the process of putting the tree up, and maybe the train breaks down, and the joy of being with your kids. If you feel like you're spending a lot of time just kind of making it perfect but not spending it with the people you want to be with, then why not reframe it and come back around and start saying to yourself, you know what? Let me start spending time and doing the things I want to do and not worry about what I feel like I have to do. or should do. Remember that shoulding all over yourself? Let's start reframing it that way and start seeing how your triggers may be not as intense, and you might find yourself getting a little bit more connected with what it is that you want to be connected with, and you might see yourself making decisions that are just based on overall joy and love and what you want to do. It's amazing how we can actually kind of reframe it. There's been times where I've had a conversation with someone and they said, I can't eat that because it's disgusting and it tastes bad. Well, if you keep saying that when you eat that, then most likely it will be that way. But if you could reframe it in a way that says, I can eat this because it's giving me the joy and happiness I want. It's on my goal of actually being healthy. It's serving me to be healthy and happier. Does it give me energy to do the things I want to do, to be with the people I want to be? So if you can reframe it rather than looking at it as drudgery, if I can work out without beating myself up, that's what I learned, what I have been learning over the past several years. And just in the last month, it really kind of just put the nail in the coffin for me. I exercised. I didn't worry about what I was achieving at that, but I was able to achieve something more than I ever thought I could in the beginning of the month. I never believe that it's not possible, but there's always that thing in the back of your head. Well, I'm not good enough. I'm not strong enough. I'm not capable of it. I was lifted up out of my hole of no possibilities to look around and see all the possibilities. So triggers, behaviors, and habits are great to observe, to see what's obstructing and stopping your view of the possibilities. It's an opportunity for you to actually kind of challenge that, kind of move forward, kind of give yourself the opportunity to see something different, reframe it. Maybe it's an opportunity for you to kind of stumble along and find that what works best for you. Having a diet plan, a meal plan, an exercise plan is awesome because it can kind of help you kind of go where you need to go. But again, it's an opportunity for you to kind of reframe it to what you need to do, how you need to do it. And rather than saying, I should, I have to, why not say, I want to? This is where I want to be. This is what I want. Instead of saying, I need to, again, it can actually be kind of putting yourself in a box. If you say, I need to do this, I need to do that, I need to do this, I have to try. Why not just go ahead and do? Why not go ahead and move forward? All right, so guys, I hope this helps you this week. Pick up a journal if you want to. If that will help you kind of see what it is that's kind of hindering you. Again, I had to kind of write down the numbers, step back from the numbers, reframe the numbers, and not put value in the numbers other than the fact that those were the numbers that I achieved. It had nothing to do with me as a value system. It had nothing to do with me as being a good, bad, or indifferent person in this world. All it did was it gave me an idea of where I started and where I finished, and I have more to do. I have more to do, and I have the ability to achieve more or not. It's up to me. All right, guys, take this message with you. Go ahead and start journaling. Start giving yourself the opportunity in this holiday season. Again, it's an awesome opportunity in this holiday season to really observe those feelings, those triggers, those behaviors and habits that haven't been serving you. My goal with you, again, it's not about the outcomes. I would love to see you not struggling. I would love to see you stretching yourself, seeing it in a different light, seeing yourself embrace the world in a positive, loving, intent-filled way. And I will continue to bring that to you every week. Thanks so much for watching, and I would love to hear your comments. I'd love to hear what you have to say. And again, I'm here for you. So let's keep this journey going, and let's do this together. Let's get ourselves looking about the possibilities, getting outside of the hole, and start looking around the world and seeing what's out there for us. Thanks so much for watching.